pictures of my breast, and I'm like, no. I said, like, he knows I'm married as well, and I'm like, my own husband don't even seem, so why would I show you? Then he's in his girlfriend's bath, and then he's lying there in the bath, and he's like, oh, do you want to see more of me?
Right, hold on. Sorry. So let me just get this straight quickly, just for the audience down there, yeah? So you're telling me that the time he was sending pictures out to Little Red, he was also doing it to you and Just a Little at the same time?
Yeah.
Like, that's mad.
He was in his girlfriend's bath, obviously just a little. He was in her bath, and he's got his arm behind his head, and he's like, oh, do you want to see anything of me? Do you want to see me do whatever to himself? And I'm like, I can't obviously say on here. And I'm like, no, thanks. I said, I don't even want to see my own husband's, never mind anyone else's, because I've had an hysterectomy, so I've gone off that sort of thing. So then when I got told, obviously, who his girlfriend was, and we all found her on FB. I've messaged her quite a few messages explaining. Obviously, when he done that, I was like, do you know what, I ain't having this. So I blocked him, and then obviously he blocked me on WhatsApp, and I deleted the messages. I didn't know you couldn't get them back. So I'm trying to get the proof to show her that I wasn't lying. Then he's on his live slagging me off. Then his brother's got involved in it, threatened to find my IP address, come here and smash my face in, and all sorts. So I was like, what? And obviously my husband's a lorry driver, so I'm in the house on my own all week, and it just freaked me out. But like, what the whole point of this, I remember when he asked me for the £30 the next day on the Saturday, he came back and he had that Ouija board table thing, you know, the one that lifted up, it had all the green stuff in. But he brought that, and I was like, no way, you said that was for your kids. And then I remember being on there, and he was asking for 75 quid for a hotel for his kids. And that day he got around 95 quid. So he could have a hotel with his kids. And then he just went and got his hair cut and all that lot. And I'm like, what? Like, and I says to him, I said, but I thought you was taking your kids to a hotel, like, and he went, no. And that's when he blocked me, and I thought, like, out of his life. And I was like, nah. Then he's calling me fake, like I'm a scammer. I scam people out of money, like, because of my medium readings. I said, no, I don't even charge a penny for them, like I've never have. And he's saying that I was jealous because he's got a gift and I haven't, and I'm just faking it. Because I was outing him out about the Ouija board, like, because you could see he were moving it and looking for the letters before he moved the planchette.
I'll get you up in a sec, cheeky fella.
Guys, can I just point something out? Sorry, Amanda, I don't want to interrupt you, but I just want to say to the comments, and this is the only time I'm going to say this, I don't want to see victim shaming and why did you do this? What is this? What is that? We're not doing victim shaming here. So anyone I see doing it from here on forth, I'm just going to mute you, because we're not doing that. We're listening to people who have been manipulated, lied to by a man. So shut your fucking mouths and just listen to what's being said.
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't reading the comments anyway. But yeah, like, and then I'm having people, well, you was following him. Yeah, I was, because I thought he was a decent lad at first, and I felt sorry for him because he needed money for his kids, so he said. And then, like, I was watching, and every single, like, there was 3 or 4 times in the day he was asking for more money off people, and then he was just really bad, like I said, and he started threatening me on WhatsApp and all that lot before obviously I blocked him. Then he got me on, after I'd sent his girlfriend a message, obviously she knew my name then on FB, and he were messaging me on there, calling me all sorts, saying he's going to fuck me over on here. He was telling everyone from his life to come into my life to get it banned and all that. And I'm like, whatever, mate, I'll just open another account. Like, because I was outing him out. You can ask Pennywise, because me and Pennywise have been talking for a while now, and I did have a load of videos up, but I just deleted them all because he was threatening, like, with my IP address and stuff, like he was going to come to my house. And obviously with me...
Well done for speaking up and telling everyone about it. It's a bit
I'm
fucked
just
up,
glad
really,
she's
because
open.
I'm just still baffled that little Reg just got up and told that story about him being in the bath and that, and you've just got up and said the same story from your side.
Exactly. The exact same story.
Yeah, and Amanda messaged me that beforehand, so I know she's not just saying it. Like, that's her story.
One thing that I noticed is obviously, you know, Snapchat, you get a Snapchat score. During the first time that he told me he was in the bath to like the last time that he told me he was in the bath, his Snapchat score went up by 300.
Wow.
I don't know about Snapchat. I don't use it.
But it just means that he was exchanging pictures during that time. Yeah. And 300 means that's a lot of pictures and videos.
Can we, there was a Welsh guy in the chat, Cheeky something.
Amanda,
I'm going to jump down, but I'm just glad just Littles obviously saw the light and got out of it before it got any worse.
And obviously, Amanda, I owe you an apology because obviously I trusted him, and when
I know,
and he said, "Well, tell her to show me the proof," and then you know when someone doesn't say the proof, then
I was trying everything to get the proof back off WhatsApp because I didn't know you couldn't get it back. So
apparently he's on his live right now saying I do drugs and shit, which I don't.
Thanks for coming up, Amanda.
Thank you.
Let me just get his Welsh going because he's saying that. Can someone let him in, please?
He's not in the requests now. Let me find him. Cheeky.
So when I got with him, he told me some narrative of his ex-partners. And then he said, because I have children and I'm very much like will do Claire's Law, he'd already given his narrative. So when I was spoken to, the things that were shared with me were kind of already excused. So, yeah, that's what he's doing as well.
Right, so you're saying, obviously, I'm not telling you to declare anything because you can't do that, but you did do a Claire's Law, yeah?
I did, and I was
You're covering your mic.
You're covering your mic.
Oh, sorry, I said yes, I was spoken to, but he had already shared his narrative.
Right, so there was things there.
So he gives you, he says about his ex-partners and says this happened, but you can do Claire's Law, and then so it's kind of already excused the stuff that may or may not be shared if you do or do not do it.
Right. Well, you heard that yourself, people, didn't you? You heard it yourself.
So there's two people in the box. I don't know if they're meaning to request. One has got a bumblebee emoji and one's called Tiny T. Are you lot meaning to request? Because I don't want to just bring random people in. Obviously, anyone that's had anything to do with this guy is welcome in the live, but I need to know because sometimes people request accidentally.
She said yes.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, B.
Hi. I'm just jumping on because he did message me himself on TikTok. So I was watching his lives for quite a while on the board, and obviously I got really into it. This is not long back, about a month ago, I started watching him. He just came up on my FYP, and obviously I'm quite friendly in the comments towards him because I liked obviously what I could see, and I imagine he was doing it with just a little the board because he was always with someone. Obviously she never came on camera, which is fair enough, and obviously we all thanked him at the end. We always like to thank his partner that he's obviously doing it with. And there was time where people would ask him on his live, like, is that your partner? Who is it who you do the board with? And he'd give horrible statements around her, even though he's literally in the same room as her, which I found really weird. And then he started messaging me on TikTok, asking my age and where I was from, if I could meet up with him, go out for meals and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I've got 2 children and a partner, a long-term relationship. So it was obviously kind of weird that somebody would just do that.
Can I ask you a quick question then? Was you aware that he ain't allowed around his own children?
No, like, obviously, I just watched him from the board. Like, I didn't know him personally. He just came up on my FYP around a month ago. So, obviously, you know, I just did it, like, he just messaged me, and I thought he was on about the board. And I said to him, I find this kind of weird. Like, obviously, I'm just here to, like, watch on the board. And I had supported him with big gifts like giraffes and galaxies, and, you know, because obviously I'm liking what I'm seeing while he's on the board. And obviously I felt like he took an advantage of me sending them gifts to then message me. And then he's asking me to then follow him on Instagram, so he knows my name, like, and stuff like that, which I found really weird as well, because obviously on TikTok you just do, you know, your name's who your name is. And I didn't know him personally, so I didn't see why we needed to get to know each other like that. I was just watching him for his talent, if it is real, or obviously on the board. I did believe it at the time when I used to watch him, and obviously that's why I carried on watching him. He did ask me to, you know, do the Snapchat kind of thing, and I'm like, no, like that's just a mark over. That's just really weird. And then he'd asked me if I'd like to do the board with him, if I felt like I could connect to spirits and blah, 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 blah. And I don't know if it is relevant towards him, but I just would like to make it aware, like, obviously there's 2.2k people in here, and I just feel like it is quite really important. There is a guy on TikTok called Dean. I don't know if anybody is aware of him.
No.
And he is a spiritualist, but he doesn't do it on TikTok. He doesn't go live on TikTok. He just posts videos from where he's done it, like, on stage. And, you know, he has like 40 odd K views. He's got a lot of following. And for some reason, the way that Scott spoke, obviously on the messages on the TikTok when he was messaging me, was kind of similar to this guy that I didn't know at first it was a fake profile, and I believed it was Dean because
So you're saying that you think he's beyond the Dean account?
Yes, because when I went on the Dean account, the real Dean account, I obviously followed him because I liked what I was seeing there, because obviously I'm just into all that, you know. And then literally straight after, I'd gotten a follow from Dean, and I just automatically thought that this real Dean had followed me back. So I just, you know, and then I received a message saying, hi, I felt a warmth towards you. I feel like I could do you a reading, blah, 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 blah. So at the time, like, going back like 2-3 weeks ago, I know it sounds stupid, but I were quite in a, like, not vulnerable state, but I would just, you know, had a lot going on personally. And he messaged to say, obviously, he could do me a reading, blah, blah, blah. So obviously I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. And then they asked for my mobile number because they could do it through there. And for me to then, if I can afford up to anything that I could afford, like a donation, for me to do so. So I then obviously said, well, I can only do £20. Like, he's saying up to £25 to £50. And I thought, that's kind of weird. So anyway, they were like, that's fine, send the £20, I'll do you a reading. Then obviously, this was on the TikTok, and then when they got my mobile number, obviously I gave him my mobile number. Obviously I've realised that how stupid it is that I've actually done this, but I've provided the mobile number and thought actually it's quite better to do it privately like that if it's going to be a private reading to myself. And obviously the way they were speaking and stuff, it kind of made me think it was him. But I just thought, no, you're being silly. It's not him. And then when I got to the message, they then asked for another further donation because they've got a lot to say. There's a lot coming through. The reading's more than expected, blah, 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 blah. So then obviously I sent another £20. And then I received the reading, which was very disturbing because I have had a few readings and tarot cards and stuff, you know, in my time. And I've never been told anything bad because I believe that they just don't do that. And on there, it was just awful. It was saying that I've got a bad spirit that follows me around, and I need to break the spell. I've had a spell put on me from birth, and I just knew then that it was really weird. And I thought, no, this seems like it's all lies. And it's a scam, it's fake, and then to say like for us to break this spirit in the temple to pray and we need an extra £50. And I just cut the message and said, that's as far as I want to go. I don't really find this really, And then I started seeing all the pages about Scott, and something just didn't feel right. And as I then went to go on to his lives, like when he come live on the Ouija board one or the van life or the drone one or whatever, and I'd click on it, I was blocked. So it made me feel like, is he a part of that as well?
It just seems to me a bit fucked up. It could be him, but it might not be. If there ain't no connection, they can't really say. But
well, that's it. But I just feel like, yeah, because the way he spoke, like on the TikTok, like before, because obviously he didn't just come in and start asking my age and stuff. He just started saying, "Oh, I could feel a nice aura around you. I feel like you've got connection. Would you like to do the Ouija board?" And it felt like on the messages from this fake damn person was the same kind of, yeah.
Yeah, someone's saying in the chat that it's Scott on the other account.
And it's really weird.
Is there anyone else that wants to jump up people who have lent him money that he's not paid back?
I've got Beth's statement to read because she didn't want to come up.
All right, if you want to finish up and then we'll read Beth's statement up quickly.
Yeah. So I just felt like I just wanted to put that awareness out. And then last night, with one of my close friends, we were on a FaceTime call, and Scott was messaging her, asking her to send him £20. He's struggling, he's living a van life, and she did send it him. So she's just another victim like everybody else that feels like they had to feel kind of sorry for him to send him this money. And it's clearly, just a big...
Yeah, it's not because of... Carla's had over 100 people come forward and say about their interaction with him and the money and everything like that. And he just says, like, a minute ago when he said on his live, because this is him live now, he was saying...
Right, okay.
Yeah, people have lent me money, and what? Like, but the thing is, he don't want to pay these people the money back. Like, he's had over £100 of one person, this of another.
Yeah.
Can I just say as well, he's preying on people's vulnerability. So where there's things like, because people often go to mediums for things like grief.
Yeah.
And he's preying on this, and then it seems that he's saying to people, "Oh, well, you've got this around you, so you need to do this, but it's going to cost more money." Like, this is preying on people's vulnerabilities. Yeah. This guy is not a medium. So
well, this is it. Like, obviously, he never knew this, but obviously, at that point, I was low and I felt down. And, my dad had a stroke and he's lost his speech and the right side of his mobility of his right side. And obviously, I was just looking for some kind of closure, if that's what you'd like to call it. And because I did come across as vulnerable, I think, like, he did take advantage of that.
Someone called Susie in the box. Susie, are you meaning to request?
Right, Carla, did you want to do Beth's statement? Obviously, Beth is in here, people in the comments, she'll confirm this statement, but she's had interactions with him as well.
Yeah, Beth was really brave yesterday. Oh, she's in the box. Do you want to let her in to do it herself?
Yeah, go on. And if someone wants to let her in, Lisa or something.
She's on private.
Oh, one sec.
Hi guys.
How we doing?
I don't want to read it myself if that's okay, but I will be in the box while it's being read out.
Alright, no problem. Alright, Carla, wherever you are. Sorry, my bad. Go on.
Yeah. Are you okay, Beth, first?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. I wanted to make a statement about Scott. Just over 4 years ago, I was on the app POF. I used to hold streams and have lots of people in the chat and boxes. I met Scott and thought he was sweet and lovely. He added me on Snap and that's when things started. I received multiple unwanted, explicit pictures from him. When I refused to return them, he told me to unalive myself. He called me fat, an SLAG, and SLUT. He was incredibly vile. I ignored a few messages and then received one with my address and a screenshot on Maps. He then sent me messages threatening to come and hurt me. I deeply regret not reporting him to the police. I did report him on Snap and POF, but nothing was done. I then blocked him from both platforms. I will never forget, but I thought I'd moved on with my life. I didn't think I would see him again, but now he's all over TikTok being horrible to women. I want women and people to know that this man is horrible human. He needs to be avoided. No one should let him manipulate them or control their thoughts. He is vile. For all the women he has been horrible and disgusting to, my inbox is open. You aren't alone and we can do this together. That's it.
No, well done, Beth.
Thank you.
Beth, well done for coming up, because I know a lot of people have struggled with, facing this guy, because I know he's been threatening people and made people feel a type of way. So well done for even writing that and coming up into the box.
Right, is there anyone else? Like, obviously, I'm just platforming, obviously, this for the Observer and everyone like that. So, if there is anyone else that wants to get up and have their say, like, please request a box and get up. Like, there's no need to be scared of this weasel.
Susie said she wanted to come up, but she dropped. But yeah, anyone else? If there's anyone else that's had run-ins with this guy, if you're on private, let me know as well, because Noface will have to let you in. I can't see you.
The issue is I'm having to let people in I don't even know is in because these lot are not letting me know.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
asking
people in the
them
box,
for-
you are the people who know who people are, so you need to be telling us if they can come in or not. Like, Ryder wants in. Is Ryder part of it, yeah?
I'm not sure. There's a Vicky as well in the box. Vicky, are you someone who
Can you imagine me being your Hi, Noface.
How are we doing? Sorry. Listen, Carla, Missy Kin, Pennywise, you need to be letting us know if these people are involved or not. Because we don't know.
Just wait to see the names. When I've seen the names, I'll let you know.
Is
Yeah, and
Ryder part of it?
Carla, someone called Sasha wants you to do her statement. I don't know if you've got a message from her or anything. Oh, here you go. Sasha said, Carla, you can read my messages out. And Ryder, have you had